Well, good morning. It's John Neal here, and it is Tuesday, the 18th of March, and I'm going to Steppey Lane to show you how good my bike is going uphill. The first part of this ride, before I get to the hill, which is one of the steepest around, to be honest, called Steppey Lane, I've got to go along the A5, and of course I am on my magnificent new Estarli E28.9, which I've now finally had delivered and got it all set up, ready to go. And at last we've got some sunshine, and even though it's just gone 9 o'clock in the morning, it's not too cold. As you can see along this stretch of the A5, which is the Watling Street, there's a very nice wide, there's a cycleway here really, and it's got to be about 5 metres across, which is superb. And yeah, today's the, have I told you the date yet? I always need to put the date on. It's Tuesday the 18th of March 2025, which is very close to the spring equinox, which of course for some people like myself is also the Baha'i New Year. So Happy New Year. And from here on in, well, the 21st onwards, the daylight hours are longer than the nighttime hours, which is something we can all enjoy. I'm just going to say something about the road here. It's very busy, but it's the only way to get quickly from here to Mancetter or Atherstone. And along this stretch, of course, it's absolutely fine, even though there's a lot of traffic coming by here, a bit noisy, but it's perfectly safe. And there's one stretch though, from the Red Gate right the way to Mancetter really, where I have to go on the road. But I've driven along the road many a time, and it's very straight. The speed limit is 50 miles an hour. There are no, well, there's one junction on Woodford Lane which is a bit dodgy, but otherwise it's quite straightforward. And all being well, I've got my reflectives on, I put my light on the back, my flashing light, so I should be absolutely fine. I'm approaching the junction of the A444, the Burton Road, and the A5, and it's where the Royal Redgate pub is on the right. So much traffic, look, at this time of day, early in the morning, so got to be careful, but it'll be fine. But I've basically got to get across this road and across the A5 as well. Well, I made it along that stretch, no time for any filming, and look, I've reached the bridge over the River Anchor near Witherly. That's nice, isn't it? Here it is again, the star of the show, the Estarli E28.9, and you'll see I've managed now to put my name in it so I can remember who I am. And on the other side of the frame, my favourite logo, the earth is but one country and mankind its citizens, but I can't get all that on. The finish on the frame is so exquisite. Somebody mistook it for a carbon fibre bike the other day. So there it is, my pride and joy. Did I say it was called the E28.9? Well, that was the most dodgy part of the journey along the A5, but to be honest, the speed limit's 50, so it's not as if they're doing 60 or 70, and the road is very straight, so you can see a long way ahead if there are cyclists like myself on the road. So it seemed to work okay. I survived, and just entering the pretty side of Mancetter, past the dog walkers. Nice dogs. Morning. Mancetter Church up here, where I've been before, and of course its specialism is the Battle of Boudica, way back in the 1st century CE, when she tried to defeat the Romans. Unfortunately, she lost. That house, a white house there, used to be a pub. I did some signwriting there once. Right, just got to cross over here. See if we can do this without coming to grief. This is where my little mirror is very, very useful. I say my little mirror, this one, look. It's, I kept one of my legs down there, no, up here, and I can see behind me extremely well. Quarry Lane, hills, holes in the ground, all that sort of stuff. That's what we've got along here. Much quieter road now, fortunately. Right, so I'm approaching this long spit of land, which is, you know, 100 metres high or so above the land down here, and it's where the quarries are, and there's a little bit of a hill, and this is where Steppey Hill is. But first we've got to go over the main railway. Not only the railway, of course, but also the canal. So we've got the A5, the railway and the canal all taking the same route, more or less to avoid this big hill and ridge. I think it's called the Nuneaton Inlia, and it goes narrow by the canal, so we've got some traffic lights here to organise what's going on. See if they change for me. Come on, change. Thank you. Well, that's a nice looking house. They're going to be building there. Very nice. Right, here's the canal. Oof. And here it is, the legendary Steppey Lane, which is one of the steepest hills around here. So I did try my first Estarli bike here, and it was so successful I called it the hill killer, and I think we're going to have a similar result today, because the power behind this little baby is pretty good. Here we go. Steppey Lane. Right, suffice to say, I'm still on power level 2, and I'm not on the lowest gear, and I'm not breathing excessively, and yet I am coasting up Steppey Hill, which is quite beautiful, quite remarkable, and yeah, pretty good. The birds are singing too. This bike is also the Estarli Hill Killer. Oh, I'm starting to breathe now. I'm starting to breathe now, but I'm near the top. This is one of the steepest hills around. Oh, I'm changing up again, look. See, we've caught quite a height. Well, that's it. Steppey Hill, quite an incline. Defeated, done it. Climbed up it on the Estarli E28.9. No problem whatsoever. Battery level 57%, and I went up on power level 2, which again is very good. I've still got a little bit of hill to go, but it's not as steep as that was. For those who want to know, and indeed for those who don't want to know, I'm coming up to Ridge Lane, and I'll turn right and then go down into Atherstone and make my way back. I'm on a bit of a schedule this morning. We do have other things to do than just riding around the countryside, enjoying ourselves on a new electric bike. Oh, it's a gorgeous morning. We've had some awful weather of late. It's been really cold. I put my shorts on and I'm okay, but I'm starting to get a little bit warm. Oh, enjoy. Strange little community up here. It's on the hill, Ridge Lane. It's just sort of one straight road really. It's got a shop and a pub, and that's about it, and lots of little houses, and it's got two, I can see behind me, two big aerial masts. Not quite sure what they're for. Anyway, as you well know, what goes up must come down, so I've now got to go down into Atherstone. That steep descent, well, ascent is now a descent. I've got to go all the way down, so I'm not going to talk to camera. I'm just going to hold on to the camera and give you some feeling of what it's like to go down here. Actually, the milk race, which I referred to previously, came up this road, and it is very steep and quite narrow, and no doubt the professional racing cyclists just flew up it. In fact, we watched them leave Nuneaton and end up here, and we're here quite quickly. Oh, it's my phone now, hold on. Oh yes, there's nothing like getting away from it all, but it was just a friend bringing me up. Let me show you on the map the descent down to Atherstone, with Monk's Park Wood on the left, huge wood look, and then the golf club on the right hand side.
Monk's Park Lane then joins the Coleshill Road and leads to Atherstone. I just love the way these shadows follow the contours of the road, the path and the wall. On the left there, of course, is the estate of Merivale. I then came down Coleshill Road into Atherstone, not too fast, but I did nearly pick up a bit of roadkill. Oh, but they're fairly light on their feet. Just as I cross the Coventry Canal, on the right here is the old hat factory, which is very, very old and decrepit, and now is beginning to fall down and into the road. But they've no real plans yet to demolish it properly, which is very sad in many ways, because it was an historic building and part of the industry and the history of Atherstone. But there again, it would cost such a lot to put it back in order. And so, leaving Atherstone and into Mancetter, this quite curious row of houses here on the right. Somebody can tell me what they were built for. And here's the A5 again, so I have to make my way around this huge roundabout, probably and easily by going on the path on the right hand side here, and make my way over to Witherly. But first I have to cross over the busy A5, but it's a clear view each way and we'll soon get across. And so it's another view over the bridge of the River Anchor towards Witherly, and this time I'm actually going to be turning down that way because it's a beautiful spot. Oh, that was a swift ride down the hill into Atherstone, and I'm here now at Witherly. And look, not only is it a beautiful setting, there's fish jumping, there's swans coming over. Oh, what's not to like? Let me just sit down here for a minute. Oh. Hello you two. Can't stay long. No. What a lovely day. How's things in the world of swans? I'm going to go through the countryside this time via Upton. It's about 2 or 3 miles more than the route along the main road, but I've just got time to get it all done. So let's leave the swans to it and head out of Witherly. And just as I set out of Witherly towards Atherstone, yes, it's some buzzards. Oh, I do like a buzzard. Look, there he is. I've managed to stick to my schedule and I've conquered Steppey Lane and took the countryside route on the way back home, and I've done it all within 2 hours, more or less. So, mission accomplished, really. And as you can see from the details on Commute Look, the journey was 1 hour 30 minutes, 19.3, 20 miles, 12.9 miles per hour, 13 miles an hour, which is pretty good, and 750 feet climbed. I have to say, though, the battery went right down to only 4% by the time I'd finished that, and it started on about 95. So I didn't get a lot of mileage out of it, but then I am a bit heavy to go pulling up those hills. Overall, brilliant. And the weather's nice. It's going to be nice for a couple of days apparently, and warmer too, so be able to do some things in the garden as well. But we're getting things ready because we're having some decorating done next week, so we've got to get some stuff sorted out in the living room. So all done and dusted now. Good. Oof. You know what? You'll see me next time. Oh yes, next time. And there will be a next time, believe me. Okay, thanks for watching. Bye bye.